carried down from those who came up before me. I'm here to change up the story. Find me at work in the morning. Find me where people are mourning, man, cause death is around every corner. When life isn't free for a person, dog, you act like an animal corner. Savage is speaking a language, y'all, you don't understand, you a foreigner. But nobody needs an advantage now, we needed some balance and order. But you know that's never the case, never a chance that they're changing their ways. It's never a choice that they're giving to you, there will never be justice to face. We sing for the sorrow and dance for the pain. No one to follow, it's just you and me. I swear that it's coming, we starting today, but we wake up tomorrow and things are the same. Damn.
You say too late to start, got your heart in hand. I don't believe any of it. You say too late to start, ain't your heart in hand. You know you're better than that. Twisting my words and bringing up the past, baby, you know that you're better than that. I don't got time to deal with the drama, I want the Chanel and I got your back. I promised that I would've never gotten phoned if I knew I would get so attached. I promised that I would've never hit the road if I knew that you weren't coming back. Was it too much to ask for? You know that I had you. You know that I would've did anything, anything that you asked for. You know that I had you. I know that you know I gave you everything.
Stressing, quit stressing. You should already know how I'm stepping. Saying you want love for the essence, this time I'll be the one to address it. No ABCs, but I got that for your efforts. Smooth and clean for the necklace. Being that voice in the trenches, so tell me what's your preference. Keep us afloat while you want space and a reason to grow. If things are best left kept on the low, then I think you should leave that after the turn.
Now, from the home of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Cleveland, Ohio, EA Sports proud to welcome you to Huntington Bank Field, the home of the Browns. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. Mike Tirico along with my partner Greg Oakes, and that's the kicker Tyler Luke set to get this started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
Ready, set. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll run. It's the man from Virginia Tech, Hazel Tootin. And he's going to be hit and drop behind the line. Great push upfield defensively. What a way to start this ball.
You spend all week on your opening script. What are the plays that allow you to find a rhythm and have some early success offensively? Well, in this case, that first play you drawn up sent you going back the wrong direction. How does that change this play caller's approach to the ground game going forward?
And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. 16-yard pickup on that one. It's a Browns first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. So the hope is, when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on them early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. Willis to throw. It's out the screen here for Tootin. This one going to be sniffed out. It's blown up in the backfield.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
Here's 3rd and 7.
Let's go. Gravity lying.
Here's Willis. Going up top. That's caught to the goal line and in. Touchdown, Browns. His first touchdown of the new campaign. They find the end zone here on the opening drive, and Greg, they're able to do it in the air.
Mike, it makes you wonder, is this drive a sign of things to come? I mean, this secondary, they had their hands full there. Are we going to see it repeated throughout the rest of this game, or are they going to have some answers on defense?
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend the return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Jackson now on second down. His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, that's the fast start they talked about all week, Mike. You come out, you take the immediate lead with your opening drive. Your defense goes out there, they force a turnover early. All these plays allow you to just keep stacking momentum early in this ballgame. This game is far from over, but anytime you get out to a start like this, it is a lot harder for your opponent to battle back. A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Come back team. Hawk, check. Go street. Ready?
They'll run. It's 2. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. A gain of a yard on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
It's 3rd and 4.
Tag! Viking 18! Cardinal! Let go!
On play action, he'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson. And now it's 4th down. So the Browns going to bring out their kicker and try a field goal. His kick is perfect. And the Browns will extend to a 10-0 lead. So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchdown. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. Nice job pushing through the would-be tackler. Gain of about 3. 2nd down.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains, they're nothing fancy, but they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 7. Off the play fake, Jackson. That's caught, Derrick Henry. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
The ability to sustain possession and continue to get new sets of down, just allows more and more opportunities for those eventual chunk plays. And that's what every offense in the league is looking for. But the more first downs, the more snaps, the more opportunities.
A first down throw for Jackson. This one complete downfield to Walker. And he will go all the way. Tez Walker. Touchdown, Ravens. That is second TD catch of the season.
The kick is good. Makes the score Browns 10, Ravens 7. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. A return now from the 4. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
27-yard line.
Project, this ain't what you want.
Get it!
This drive begins with a run by Chooton. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Ready,
Last
break.
play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12.
Nice. Grab the ladies. Ready.
Another run here with Chooton. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up third down.
Got it. Ready.
4.
Forward,
Brings up
70.
3rd and 8.
Ready. Set. 60. Ready.
To throw, here's Willis. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. And he's going to be marked down, bringing it all the way to the 25-yard line. So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Browns with the advantage. And we're back to Cleveland in a minute. Start of the second. Browns in control of the football. Here's 1st and 10 as we are ready to get back underway.
Cowboy 80. Go.
Run out of the gun, and it's Chooton. And he'll take this one in. Michael Chooton. Touchdown, Cleveland. That's his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. An unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Play action. Here's Jackson. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
They'll give it, going left. There's Henry. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
On third down, Jackson. That is caught. He finds Walker. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success. So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Second down, Jackson. He connects with Gray on that one. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 14 yards on that pass play there. Good for a Raven first down.
14. First down, Baltimore.
On the handoff, it's Henry. Henry hit the ball, comes free. The Browns say they have it, and they do.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
Now he'll run. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. That one good for a dozen. A very quick first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Willis now to throw. Throwing right, it's taken in. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game. And I think I want to see a little bit more of this style from this defense. The key, Mike, is at that catch point, you want to create as much contact and be physical. Separate the ball from the intended receiver, and it's a great example there.
Cougar 19. Ready, right?
Run over center now is Tootin. Space to run inside the 20. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 15. A gain there of 20. First down, Cleveland.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big game.
Now he takes off, and he's in. Malik Willis, touchdown Browns. He's got another one, his second touchdown of the evening. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs could be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
On first down, they'll start the drive with Henry. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
They face second down and 7. He'll get this out wide. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring them down for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Ravens.
13.
Jackson out of the pistol. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. And he's very close to a 1st down. He's out after a pickup of 9.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
That is brought in at the 10. And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up 1st and goal.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It's such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game. And they're knocking on the door here, 1st and goal. At the very least, got to come away with some points.
Again, it's Jackson. This one complete to Bateman. And a good job to make sure he didn't get loose. Brought down around the 7.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to, what they call, punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Play 7 of the drive coming up, and it's 3rd and goal. To the air one more time with Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Tyler Luke now to try the field goal. The kick is perfect, right down the middle. And the Ravens are back within 2 scores.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
Here we go.
On the ground, it's Cheaton to start the drive. He'll manage only a couple. Kool-Aid McKinstry up to make the tackle. Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in this 2nd quarter. Throwing, Willis. He'll dump this out wide to Cheaton. And he's going to be out of bounds, just shy of midfield. 18 yards on the pickup there. It's a Browns 1st down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
19 Lions.
Throwing, Willis. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
Hold it ready.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Come on. Set. 18 caught.
Throwing is Willis. They'll try to set up the screen here. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. The Browns going to use the last of their timeouts now. Clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches.
Dragon 60.
Now Willis. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down.
76.
They'll go. Shooting. And he's going to have a Browns first down. As they manage to convert, that'll keep this drive alive. So the Browns going to bring out their kicker and try a field goal. This officially a 58-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. So, 1 half in the books. 2nd half coming up. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Now first carry here for Keaton Mitchell. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
At this point in the game, Mike, we just haven't seen a lot of fire out of this offense. Here's another run. Simple handoff. No gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They bring the tight end in motion. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's caught by Walker. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. That pickup good for 29 yards. 1st and 10 now from the 36. A shotgun snap, and they give it to Mitchell. They did a nice job skipping away from one tackle, then going forward, gain of 5. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Hey, middle. What? This one.
A give right up the middle to Henry. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find the crease and hit it. And he's able to pick up the first down.
Jackson now to throw on first down. He's going to tuck it and go. And he's going to go into the end zone on an electrifying run. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore. That's his second touchdown tonight. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
A pair of first downs gives them 1st and 10, up at the 40.
Come on. Set. 70 red. Bronco 80. Steady.
Hand off. It's Tootin. Past midfield to the 45. And he will score. Facial Tootin. Touchdown, Cleveland. His second touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. Now, the extra point. The kick is good. And the Browns will extend this third quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
And he's been on an absolute tear throughout this entire game, Mike. I mean, he's averaging over 10 yards per carry. And anytime you can run the ball with that explosiveness, it's just going to be hard to beat.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6.
19, trap 60, trap 60. Let's go.
Right back to Kenton. He'll get this inside the 20, a nice run. They're in the red zone. It's first down. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. So, here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Roll, Cowboy 80. 79 Broncos.
Opening carry of the game for the versatile Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
70 Lions.
Willis to throw. He's got it at the 7, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Browns. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening.
This is a great example of a wide receiver who just truly understands the concept of spacing. When you're open, stay open. If you're not open, get open. And when you can do that and operate in the middle of the field, man, you are such a weapon and a reliable target for your quarterback. It's a great example of it here. He works to stay open, middle of the field, ball's on target. It's an easy touchdown.
Makes the score Browns 41, Ravens 17.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. On 1st and 10, Jackson. That's caught! And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. How about 25 yards to start the drive? First down. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. In the pistol, Jackson ready. He's got the tight end. That's Greg Dulcich. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
First down. A gain of 14. First down, Ravens.
Off the play fake, Jackson. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. Rashad Bateman, the intended target. And that will lead to a second down.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
Tonight he's been intercepted. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 2.
Look, Mike, the reality here is that he's just not seeing the field the way that he needs to. Now, give credit. A big part of this is the defense doing an excellent job disguising its coverages all game long. Just before the snap, when he thinks he has the answers, the secondary changes the questions, and they've been rewarded with 3 picks for their effort.
Open man, it's Davis downfield. And he is taken down, but not before they're able to get it out of danger up past the 25. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
Hold it ready. Let's go. Viking 18. Ready.
Willis. They set up the screen here for Tootin. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
Throw on the run is complete. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Third down, 3 to go.
Here we go. Shot. Mustang. 60-6.
On to the fourth quarter we go, and it begins with a McCaffrey run. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the gain to only one.
On the tackle. A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
The Browns getting their punting team out there. That's going to hit and continue out of bounds just inside the 20-yard line.
Their own 18-yard line.
A first down throw for Jackson. Open man, that's Bateman downfield. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. So a big one there to start the drive. 32 yards.
And the Ravens first down.
From the gun, Jackson. That one too far out in front to be brought in. And it's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
On play action, here's Jackson. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face third down and 10. Jackson up top again. Finds his tight end, Dulcich. It'll be a pickup of 10. First down, Baltimore.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Now, faking the give. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. Again, it's Jackson. He finds his receiver. That's Bateman. He's going to have the first down, so they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Ravens.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted.
It makes sense to try to push the ball downfield, Mike, and go to the air when you find yourself trailing by this deficit. but it also makes you very predictable. You see the defense, they're in nickel personnel, extra defensive backs on the field. It gets that much harder to throw when the defense knows it's coming.
Here we go, shot. Panther 60, Panther 60, Panther 60. Cut up.
They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 33-yard.
Here's a 2nd and 3 from the 33.
19 tight. Ready.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. And caught by Davis. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. That one good for 29.
I love this call. My defense is thinking run here. It's 2nd and short, so they go with play action. Leads to an easy 1st down. Really well done.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He'll take a shot here for the end zone.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
Go. Ready.
Here's McCaffrey. And some good blocking. Springing up. A gain of 9 as we get to 3rd down.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard.
Ready. Bronco 80.
So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this.
On the ready.
3rd and a yard.
Cowboy 80.
They'll try to run for it with McCaffrey. Now McCaffrey loses the football.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
At the 30-yard line.
2nd down and 8. Now it's Jackson. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. That is hard. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. Still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. They'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. Back to throw, Jackson. And he's in. Rashad Bateman. Touchdown, Ravens.
At this stage of the game, the score is really irrelevant. You want to try to build something positive towards the end of this game, and I think that score will help do just that.
Now Jackson and the Ravens will try to tack on 2 more.
For the 2-point conversion.
On the zone read, he'll keep it himself. And he gets into the end zone for the 2. So it's not over yet. It's back to a 2-score game.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
Here we go. Go.
They'll give it to McCaffrey on the option. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5.
Here we go. Here we go. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Now here's a keeper on his own read. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
And there'll be no return forthcoming, so the ball comes out to the 35. The drive will begin with a run by Mitchell. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
Great job here by the defense, making sure that they have one defender responsible for the running back and one responsible for the quarterback. In this case, they decide to give it to the back. He's taken down for a loss.
Now, deep ball for Bateman. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
No, we changed it.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Open man, left side, he's got it. Now we're going to get a timeout, somewhat pointlessly called here with 3 seconds to go in a game that has already been decided.
These comebacks, they require a lot of trust and timing from everybody involved. If the quarterback's a little too early, the receiver's not out of his break. But if the quarterback's a little too late, that's when disaster can strike. So give credit, really well timed. Really nice job by both guys.
One last shot now for Jackson. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early. Here we go. One final play. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete. And that will do it. This one comes to an end. So it's a win for the Browns. They get the home victory here in the